showtime.
I'm busy.
Okay, if you woke up this morning and you're complaining about anything, if you are in a bad mood, you better just stick around and watch this show, because there's a fiery young girl in the studio today who's turning 19 years old on May 21st that is just going to ought to change your whole outlook on that negative day you may be having. We'll share Olivia with you in just a moment, but right now it's 56 degrees out there, and I'll tell you more in a minute. Jamie, are you ready?
Evidently. Good morning, I'm Jamie Cooper. This is Athens in the AM this morning on
You did so good.
Thank you.
on a Wednesday morning edition. Hey, Olivia, I'm going to be the first one to eat your birthday cake. You just come on.
No, you're not.
Yeah. I'm going to eat all of it.
No,
I ain't going to save you a bite.
no, you starving.
Yeah, I don't care if you are graduating high school.
I am.
It's my version of Beyonce today up here this morning.
Whatever.
What? Kevin, good to see you, man.
Yes, sir.
Dusty. Hey, Dusty, Kevin's going to be talking about the Soul to Soul run. You know what I like about it's coming up?
What's that?
This event will not be timed.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. It's Iron Man.
We got a house full here this morning. We'll talk to all these folks. We will not do Bama Zack's favorite game show, the number one game show in this part of the country, Judge Jamie today, due to the overwhelming people in here today.
Man, we could have had some good questions. I'm sure.
But didn't we have a good crowd in here yesterday with the
We
Ardmore
were
champs?
packed in here. Good crowd yesterday.
They were awesome yesterday.
Good crowd today too.
Well, yeah, packed house. A lot of these people came up and down Country Boy anyway this morning. Ended up down that way. So, Olivia, we're going to celebrate her birthday this morning. She's going to perform a dance routine and a couple of songs. She is fired up and ready to go. With all that in mind, let's get this started. First, this portion show brought to you by Hometown Market. Glory will have the special for you coming up in just a moment. And 5 locations near you. Hartselle, 2 here in Athens, Decatur, and over in Florence. She'll have them for you in just a moment. Also, we will share some photographs with you where we went yesterday, traveling all over Gusty's area of Reed, Alabama.
That's right.
So we were down that way. We'll talk a little bit about that coming up in just a moment. Right now, it's time to do the weather because I think it's going to change and rain today, beautiful, rain tomorrow. What is it, Eve?
Well, you could go ahead and do it.
I'm eating this cake.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Children.
You're going down.
Children.
Yeah.
I think she can take you, Jamie. It's going to be good. 56 degrees out there. We'll go over this quickly. Yes, no rain today. We're going to see temperatures in the 70s today, low 70s, but not too bad. About mid 70s anyway. Cloudy skies, not full sunshine, but your high around 71, 72 degrees today. The rain returns tomorrow, 59 for that high, and then a beautiful weekend. And it's a good thing because there is just 1,000 things to do this weekend. We'll tell you more about some of those coming up today and tomorrow. Dixie Auto Parts, for one, is having a big sale Friday. Friday is the one day you can save some money on some Echoes. They've got some great products. They say it's going to be a wonderful experience. Get down there and get you a bag of popcorn too. It's always delicious, but it's really, really good. What was that, Brad? Oh, Athens Garden, don't let me forget that. They said, hey, come on out. It's a plant and bake sale. Athens Garden Club, 8 a.m. Saturday. There's one of the things Saturday to add to your list. It's going to be at the farmer's market, and it will begin, I want to say, at 8 a.m. Oh, there it is, 8 a.m. Not bad at all. What do you think, Olivia? You like
That's
to
awesome.
And you like to bake?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Do you cook?
Yeah.
Well, girl, you just do everything.
Yeah.
I love that.
I cook my boyfriend.
We'll talk about your boyfriend.
How many boyfriends you
in just a
got?
moment. How many
You
boyfriends?
too.
You taking him too? That means
You won't be the
4
first woman to
boyfriends.
sit on me early in the morning.
You're so silly. Get up here and sit
I'm
down.
working.
You're not working.
And you know it. She's right.
Jamie, what are you doing up here?
Man, just excited about this Soul to Soul run out at Camp Helen. Got a lot going on at the camp right now, and just a lot of neat things
Now,
happening.
what event are you entered in?
Me? I just sign checks, man. That's what I do.
Now that event's going to be in May, but you do need to sign up for that. We're going to tell people more
That's
about
more
that.
information about it in a little bit. So it's a really neat thing. So
Yeah.
kind of like a CrossFit kind of run. It's not a mud run type deal, but it may get muddy because we've had a little bit of rain if you hadn't noticed.
No.
Dusty, my goodness, Lindsay Lane's everywhere.
They're everywhere. That's good.
That is good.
That's good.
You're talking about Revelations. We'll go more into that.
Yep, still in Revelations.
Got Amy up there Sunday at church. That was good. Amy
Yeah.
joined us.
Is Amy there? Great.
Yes.
We're going to talk about
Go, girl.
something with you two guys when we come back in just a moment. Right now, though, let's take time out to go to the man who need a bucket of KFC all by himself.
Yep.
Time for sports. Here he is, Bama Zack.
Welcome to ZTV 11 Sports, brought to you by KFC, the best fried chicken in Athens, Limestone County. That does sound pretty good chicken at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Just because we've all been up for
The
hours.
only thing about, well, we might have to get them to make a special batch for us one day. Hey, Ty, Nick Saban's never happy, and he said after the spring game, all in all, we made a lot of progress, but I'm not satisfied where we are, nor do I think anyone on our team should be satisfied. The band's never happy. That's why I love the guy. He's always wanting them to get better, and that's why we're the best, Jamie. What are you predicting, 15-0 again? There you go. Hey,
Always.
Thursday, the NFL draft first round. Of course, Mika Fitzpatrick will be first round pick. And since 2010, Alabama's had 6 defensive backs taken in the first round. All of them's panned out pretty good except D. Milner. Played like 20 games, he's done. He's out, so. But the rest of the guys have all done.
What about Reuben Foster?
Reuben Foster, if it's found true, he could be done. He could be serving some jail time.
Ooh.
I mean, it's some pretty serious stuff what happened.
Hear about that? Slapping the...
He could, I mean, right now up to 11 years in prison, so, and all the allegations against him are not good, so.
I'd say that's
I mean,
serious.
but, just hope and pray for the guy. That's all you can do for him. You know that he can turn his life around. Philadelphia Eagles will open the season, opening day in the NFL against the Atlanta Falcons, so that'll be coming up. Like I said, the NFL draft tomorrow, and we mentioned this on our radio show a couple of weeks ago, but congratulations to the 2018 Hall of Fame class. It's been announced to be June the 9th, Limestone County Event Center.
Dusty McLemore make it?
Dusty, man, he was that close to what I heard.
Yeah.
But Michael Bowley, Carl Wayne Bolton, Candace Berger, Mannion Coffin, Herb Hanna, John Hanna's daddy played at West Limestone. Never knew that until it was announced. Billy Hargrove and Keith Scrincher. That was
St. Legs missed out again?
Yeah, just barely on him too. But so that's a good class, and like I said, June the 9th, and like I said, the car. I know Joseph will talk about it tomorrow, but car show this weekend.
Everything is this weekend.
Yeah.
Hey, it's picture time. Let's go see what we did yesterday all over the great view
got a
of
good
Limestone
drive, right?
County. Hey, saw these folks yesterday. The man on the right said, Jamie, you look amazing. How old are you now? I said, 52.
You lied to that. You are not 52.
That's
Grew up watching. Yeah, great fellow. He's like he's 74 or 5. All right.
Roger.
You talk about it. Don't get
This
the
is
wrong
Roger.
name.
Last time I called him George. This is not George. This is Roger. Right up here on the Highway 52, they have the auction, the dealer's auction, and I tell you what, they've got it going on down there. So they do a lot of charity events. Yesterday they had Relay for Life, so super successful. And there you are. Explain this one, Jamie.
Hey, yeah, you been there, Dusty? Bevan's Fish Market? Out there at Reed?
Yeah, I have.
That man is 75 years old.
Yeah,
He went out yesterday morning, caught 500-something pounds of fish, came in, does that every, that was a load. He
And
has
this-
caught as many as 2,500 pounds of fish.
That was like
Leon.
That
11
Judy?
o'clock, Leon.
Yeah, Leon and Judy.
Yeah, they were
Great
good
stuff.
Where's
folks.
that, Jamie?
Huh?
Where's that at?
That on
It's on Ripley.
Ripley Road.
I didn't know.
There he is right there, Dusty. Who's that? Tanner boy.
Yeah, Tim G.
Tim G. Yes, it is.
Man, I tell you what, They got some
Cheeseburger.
food out there. I got to give them credit
Slow down,
for that.
Brad. Cheeseburgers was good. All right,
Yeah.
Jamie, you were over there with the
Dale,
boys.
yesterday, him and Wayman, New Hope graduate. He's a professor down at Calhoun College. They were talking over Dale. It's his time of year. Politics. All right, what else we got? There's more of the fish. Man, look at that.
Now it was like 11 o'clock, and he had already been fishing, back cleaning.
Run those trot lines.
If I was into sushi, I'd eat that thing raw.
There's video on Facebook of him actually cleaning and talking about a little bit about what he does.
It's
But if you don't
amazing.
like to see fish being
Amazing.
cleaned, don't go to the video. We just saw everybody.
These guys
They're out
were eating
working.
at G's
Yes, they were.
yesterday. G-Burger. And that cheeseburger we had was absolutely delicious out there yesterday.
We split one, Dusty.
Oh, look.
There we go.
No.
This dude, and there's a barbershop at Reed. We walk in there, and he says, and I said, hey, he said, I do eyebrows. I said, well, I need it. He said, I do them 2 different ways. I can use it straight range. A lot of people don't like that because they might, it's a little sharp. I said, give it to me. So the man, what's his name?
Brandon Self.
Country Cut was the name of the thing, and gave me all. Look here, y'all tell any different? How's that look, Olivia? Can you tell my eyebrows look
It's
good?
good.
Hey, let me take a break. We'll come back and talk to Jason and Dusty just for a moment. I got an interesting article. I sent you that article. Kevin.
It's early, man. It's early.
I'll get you. You know who you remind me of? Jason Parnell.
And Andy John.
Come on.
Well, you got my name right, so
Yeah.
bet
Can't
500.
I can't forget yours. But anyway, we'll have all that come. We're going to talk about interesting things on Daily Mail about the Bible. You got that? I sent you.
Nope.
Yes, I did.
Okay,
We'll
good.
talk about that in just a little bit. GQ magazine that says the Bible is one of the 20 books you should not read.
Oh.
Yeah, I did.
They say there's a style Bible. We'll take a break. Be right back. Y'all hang on. And back in action live on a Wednesday morning here. Got a house full. We will move on here. First, let's go to the man who's most talkative, especially on a Sunday morning. Our pastor at Easy Lane Baptist Church. Hey, I was able to follow you a little bit better this
A lot
week
better.
Right.
when you were talking.
It'll get easier.
Oh, good. So the hardest part told you about.
Just keep showing up.
Keep showing up. It'll get better.
That's right.
No.
Well, I'm there, so what's happening this Sunday down at Lindsay Lane?
Well, we got the Senior Adult Day this coming Sunday. Bradley Walker will be with us. He'll be singing during our service, and also after the service, I'll have a big meal for all our senior adults. It's going to be a great time for
And
them.
that is booked.
It's booked. We
It
have
is
220 all to feed.
Yes.
You know, I did a country over story on Bradley when he was in high school. He worked right across from East Limestone School, but he worked for CC's Pizza.
Yeah, CC's Pizza. He's been around a long time. He's been singing
He
ever
does the
since he was a
Grand
young
Ole
guy.
Opry, and he's
Yeah,
He's big
Oak Ridge
time, he
Boys,
is.
you
I
know.
think that's how he really got his professional start, singing Elvira.
Yeah, he did. He sure did. He sang with the Oak Ridge Boys as
Yeah.
well. He sang with them. Of course, Nashville knows all about Bradley.
Oh, yes.
He's got a great country voice. He really
Oh,
does.
yeah.
He's
He's
a good
awesome.
guy, too.
Works at TVA, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Works out at TV. All right. Kevin, now that you're up here, we could use your, since you, what exactly is your title?
They call me the Director of Missions.
I've heard you
The
call
Limestone
I've heard you
Baptist
call those
Association.
things too.
I've heard him
I've
called
been called-
Jason.
I've been called Jason. Jason Parnell, love you, brother. And,
You do favors.
I mean,
He does.
just for me a little round. I appreciate that, you know. But yeah, just a lot going on. So I fill in, preach for people, do whatever, help with mission trips. We just had a group go to Puerto Rico and back, working with some hurricane relief work down there. And of course, in Camp Helen out in East Limestone is a big part of what I do.
My main question to you is kind of personal, but when you sold that property down there to
There you go.
Popeyes,
Yes, sir.
did they give you a lifetime meal
Membership?
ticket?
I asked for it, but I hadn't seen it yet.
Oh, Zack, competition.
That's right.
Hey, don't say, yeah, that's right.
All right.
Did you know that Kevin is the youngest director of missions in our state?
No.
He is.
I'm a kid. Yep.
He
You're
sure
just a
is.
baby.
There's not many guys 38 doing what I do, but it's a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying it, and hopefully I'm helping our churches out a lot across the
Of course,
county.
our best memory of
Oh, I
him,
know
I
you
think
are.
Zack booked him for the show years
Yeah.
ago when he moved in over. The day he moved in, I tell him this every
Literally.
time he's up here, he pulled his U-Haul out front and parked it. His wife and kids were all asleep in the truck.
No,
He made
they
them stay
weren't.
out. He came in and did the show.
Hey, that's when you move back to town. That's when you move back.
About 3 years ago.
Back to
Moved back.
town.
About 3 years ago.
Locked the door, wouldn't let the family out.
He did have a trailer packed full, but his family was not in
Yeah,
it.
that's all right.
All right, Dusty, I sent you this. I don't think Kevin has seen this, but on Daily Mail, they have GQ magazine, which is, big magazine, all the people that are somebody are in it, the stars and everything. Well, they came
does
out,
that
they
tell
call themselves the Style Bible. They listed 20 books that we no longer need to read. Ranked right above Huckleberry Finn was the Bible. The guy that wrote it is named Jesse Ball, and he quoted that it's repetitive, it's got a lot of violence in it, and that it's just not true. It is a total, and people are writing, it's a total disgrace to the Christian community. This was called Books You Don't Have to Read Anymore. And they are taking a ton of heat over
Good,
that.
they should.
Yeah, they should.
I sent that to you.
Yeah, I read some of that. I really did. And, the purpose behind that is if you can discredit the Bible, then anything goes.
That's right.
The Bible's a standard for us. It really is. It's God's word for us to to live by, our pattern for our life. And if you can discredit the Bible and say that it's not valid or it's not relevant, then anything can go. And that's what we're seeing, you know. And if you can discredit creation, then anything goes. If you can discredit marriage or whatever, then anything can go from that. So that's why they're doing that, by the way, because it cramps their lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's it in a nutshell.
That magazine has
probably.
certainly taken a ton of heat on that.
Yeah.
I mean, how can they get away?
Well, they can get away with anything.
Well, it's popular today. It really is. It's kind of a political correct thing. And so, anyway,
who said the
Bible
Bible?
said there'd be days like this.
Mama
There'd be
did too.
people like that, false teachers and false prophets.
Well, what do you
all
mean
those
there's
kinds of stuff.
violence in the Bible? What do you mean there's
Yeah.
bad stuff in the Bible?
The
I mean,
Bible's
that's
true.
life.
That's right. It's life. It's about life, and it doesn't sugarcoat anything. It's got everything in there, all the sins and the violence that goes with it. All those things are in there.
Why do you think so many people can relate to the Bible? It talks about drunks. It talks about adultery. It talks
Yeah.
about sin. I mean, it's
Notice they didn't bring out any of the good things that
Right,
the Bible
that it talks about.
Talks about. So anyway,
I always thought if I wrote the Bible, there's some things I
It
left
doesn't
out. But
surprise
I didn't
me.
write it, so
Well, that's good. You know,
shows us how we
that's
can
the
be
way it is.
redeemed.
Yeah.
Sure. So
All right. Anything else to you? You're going to be talking about something coming up big here in just a moment.
I'm good, man. I can roll.
All right.
soul to soul coming soon.
Let me ask you, I'm going to go to that video, Brad. Can you get that video ready of the outdoor classroom at Julia Newman? We had the pleasure of being there last week. Did y'all hear about this? We
It
saw a
was pretty
little
neat.
article on it in the paper. They had these students outside from the kindergartners up to the 4th and 5th grade. They did an outdoor classroom, and it was amazing. They were working. I thought it was child labor going on.
Busy
down there.
little bees,
All
busy
the
little
teachers
bees.
and all that. It was
But they were
awesome.
excited. It was
Yeah.
nice to get out of the classroom. It was a
Yeah.
beautiful day for it. They were learning all about
Good idea.
plants.
All right, we just happened to be there. Got a lot of great video. Let's share that with you right now, and we'll come back. We got a house full to interview. Olivia's going to entertain in just a moment, too. Here's that video. Y'all hang on.
Hello everyone, Principal Birdsong. We're at Julia Newman School, and guess what? It's a beautiful day, and they're out working. They're out working hard. You've been doing this all day. Tell me what you're doing.
We've actually been out here since 8 o'clock this morning, and as you can see, we've had our classes coming in about every 30 minutes. We've had several volunteers that have taken the time to come out and help us today, and even from our central office. So what we've done is we have an extensive garden committee, and we have 3 teachers that have headed up this phase 1, which I'm actually going to introduce them to you. We've got, let's walk this way. We've got Mr. Nay, who's one of our 3rd grade teachers here. We've got Holly Hargrove, a 1st grade teacher, and Katie Roberts here. So they can kind of explain a little bit about what they've done here.
So we are revamping our outdoor classroom in order to create an engaging learning environment for all of our students. We want to have different sensory gardens. We want to include native plants, a bird sanctuary. Our next phase is going to include a pond. We're redoing all of our beds, and we're also doing a wildlife kind of little area for some wild plants in a forest area. These are our strawberries that have already been here, but we are just getting all the students involved and getting them to help us to take ownership of their garden and ownership of their own learning. So,
And you're at a loss for words.
yes, and we are tired, but we are excited. It has been a great day, very, very productive, and we are super excited to see the outcome and the multiple phases it's going to take in order to get this up and running and utilize it for our classes.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
Ms. Hargrove said, I am so glad she is not without a loss of words because you didn't
Yes,
have
no,
to.
no, thank you. She did a great job. Great
Y'all
job.
can talk as much as you can.
Yes.
I'm just the muscle.
No, I saw you over there, knee deep.
Yes.
in some
So I've
mud.
actually had a donation for a lot of these things that we have here. All these stones that you see, part of our pond that we'll have, it's been donated locally by another school actually, so we're super thankful for that donation.
Right. Well, you guys are working hard. And how are the kids liking this? They get to get outside out of the classroom.
They are loving it. They actually don't want to go back in after their time. But I do want to say, once again, this is just our first phase here. And when we go back and start school this fall, we'll actually have built-in activities and
Looks like
stations.
child labor to me.
Well, no. We'll have activities for the students to participate in when they come back out this fall. And that will take on another group of teachers that will be heading that up.
Can y'all
we're-
walk us through some of this while I'm
Yes,
shooting?
absolutely.
Yeah, come on.
right, so this is our. Yeah, go ahead.
So this area right here, we're going to have
Might have known she'd take over.
multiple garden areas. We're going to have a sensory garden. We're going to have a butterfly garden. Different things to help, every student learns differently. So we want to make sure that we have all our beds are different, they're engaging and exciting for them out here. Over this way, we have our bird sanctuary. We have had
You can
students
get
come out
in this
here.
too, Principal.
We've had students come out here and work so hard and to dig up a layer of dirt. And now we have taken the pavers that were so kindly donated to us, and we are mixing mulch that we have shopped for. And as you can tell, the students are loving it. They're working hard. And we have volunteers from the Master Gardeners. They're here helping us out. We're so appreciative. Yes.
What's your name?
So appreciative of the volunteers who have taken their time out to come help us. We have parents here who have donated their time to come help us and encourage their child and other students and just get their hands dirty. Over here in this corner over here is going to be in phase 2. We're going to be doing a pond with a water feature. And we have people from across the pond who have also donated their time and some of their resources and helping us get discounts in order to make that successful. Yes, and so...
Is there anything that you guys need that has not been donated? What can you use? Anything?
As of right now, we can always use bird seed because we plan to make this a bird sanctuary full of berries, different bird feeders and things like that to help encourage the wildlife to come so students can observe. Any sort of help with phase 2, planning activities, any great ideas anybody can bring to the table, we are always appreciative of it.
All right.
So,
So what are you trying to say?
Miss Hargrove, come on.
All right, so we wrote a grant for $1,000 from Alabama Wildlife Federation, and we were awarded that. So we want to thank the Master Gardeners that are coming to help us, Alabama Wildlife, and April Walsh, she's been working with us, and we're just very, very thankful we have all the support.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, what's the age of all these kids?
We have kindergarten through 4th grade helping us today.
We planned the whole day in order for every class to have the opportunity to come out for 30 to 20 minutes and like a planned schedule. And as they came out, we created different stations in order for us to get the job done and for them to truly take ownership of creating this garden with us. So we really made the schedule, and the students are the ones who have created it. So we're so really great.
Y'all are excited about
We're
that.
very
Yes, I
excited.
love it. It's fun
So
to be out
excited,
here.
yes.
Let's get out of the classroom and learn it a different way.
Yes,
So.
yes.
When I can't do the morning show, do you think you can do it?
You've been awesome. Thank you. I'm excited, though. I truly am. It's a great
Awesome.
Congratulations. I will let you guys get back to work.
Thank you. Take care.
All right.
That's good.
All right, I got 3 of y'all. We're going to do seniors.
Across
What?
the pond, a gentleman from across the pond, he's given his time and really helped us in determining what kind of water feature we want to put in, which is actually going to be here in the corner.
Is that working?
I know, working away. Fabulous Mr. Randall there. Good morning and welcome back. Let's quickly go over the forecast. We have a lot to talk about in just a moment. 56 degrees out there. Things are going to warm up quite nicely. We're going to see around 71, 72 for your high temperature today. Partly cloudy skies, not as much sunshine as we'd like, but no rain today. Rain tomorrow, though, with high temperatures around only 59, 60 degrees. And then a beautiful Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. All right, she's been waiting. Well, before we go to Olivia, hold on tight. Hal Medical, 11 to 1 Thursday. Join us out there. They're going to be having lunch for everyone. And if you ever want to see find out any information about the products that they have, whether it be prosthetics or diabetic shoes or braces, they have it all. So a good opportunity to stop in there, get to meet everyone at their new location right there on Highway 72. Hope to see you there. And that's 11 to 1. All right, Miss Olivia Humphries with us this morning. How are you?
Doing good always.
Doing good always. In the break, I said, Olivia, are you ready?
I'm born ready.
You were born ready. Yes, you were. How are you so bubbly?
I always
You're
do.
just always so happy?
Yes.
All right. Well, up here with us, we have Jacob.
Yep.
Who happens to be who?
My boyfriend.
Your boyfriend. And Miss Amy Horton joining us this morning, your friend. Mm-hmm. You wanted to be on TV. Why?
I want to because my family want me to.
Your family wanted you to?
Yes, I love them so much in my heart.
You love them so much in your heart. You have a lot of love in your heart.
I do.
You have walked in the room today and you've made everyone smile. Don't cry now.
I'm not crying. I try not to cry.
Good, good, good. You've been to prom?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
With my date, Jacob.
With your date, Jacob, you have. Now, you've got two big milestones about to round the corner. May 21st is your birthday.
Yes, I'll be 19 soon. I'm so excited.
Birthday. Graduation is the 24th
That's right.
of May. You've got a big week.
I do.
A very big week. Now, who are these people?
That is my brother.
Okay.
That is my friends. His friends
Yes.
too. Then Ness.
Something tells me you have a lot of friends.
That I do.
You do. You're very popular in school? You are? What's your favorite thing about school?
The art.
The art? Oh, that's awesome. What do you do after school?
I'll go home, get ready, go to Mrs. South Jacob's house. Every time.
Of course, you have to spend a little time with the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Jacob, you've been awful quiet today.
I am.
You are.
Yes, ma'am.
You are. Olivia as bubbly as we see her this morning all the time?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, not all the time. Now he has to say whatever he gets to say up here. At school, you know, it's so nice to see. Now, Olivia has Down syndrome. It hasn't stopped you one bit, has it? No, it's nothing to it.
Yeah.
You do it well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You do. You have so much love to share. That's pretty awesome. But you know what? Having more than one boyfriend, I don't know about that.
I have 3.
I know you do. You have 3. You shouldn't have 3.
Or 4 or 5.
Or 4 or 5. You asked Jamie to go home with you.
I did.
There he is. You'd bring him back.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would. You like to sing?
I do.
Did you want to sing anything for us this morning?
No, I
No,
don't.
you changed your mind?
Yeah.
You're not going to sing after
like
what?
No.
Come on, do it, Olivia.
I'm shy sometimes.
You're shy sometimes, and now you're
Now
kind of
ain't the
shy.
time to be being shy.
Not now.
What's your favorite song? Do you have a favorite?
I do. Ooh, it's Big Time Rush.
Big Time Rush?
It's by Boyfriend.
Boyfriend. Oh, boyfriend.
What does it sound like?
I'm saying it's about Boyfriend.
It just talks about boyfriends.
Whatever.
Can you sing a little bit of it?
No, I can't get at it.
You're not going to be tricked into that, are you? You are so smart. So we got this. Now, Mom's been over there in the background, and you've been like, Mom, I've got this.
Yeah, I do.
I've got this. Just stay back there. I've got this.
Yeah, I got this.
Do you tell Mom what to do all the time? Do you tell Mom what to do all the time?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Mom takes good care of you, doesn't she?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Sometimes you want to do something and she don't let you do it.
Nah.
Yeah, I think every teenager has that. Oh, you argued about your clothing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's probably a big argument people have, moms have with their daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah. You drove all the way from Birmingham.
My mom did.
Your mom did?
Yeah.
It was a long trip. What time did you wake up this morning?
3 o'clock.
How was that?
Awful.
That was not fun, was it?
No.
Well, this is 6 a.m. morning show. We have to get up early.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Was you going to give a shout out to your teacher?
Yeah.
What's your teacher's name?
It's Lady Smith.
Yeah, did you say hi to her?
And your brother?
Hey,
Yeah,
you going down?
walking down the aisle for
Yeah.
graduation.
Yeah.
Let's say it like that.
Yeah.
Any brothers and sisters?
I don't have sister.
No sisters, just
No
a brother?
Mhm.
All right. Well, you know what? Your birthday is May 21st. Congratulations.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
right,
It
y'all
has
start
been
singing
a
anytime.
pleasure to meet you.
Really? That's
Happy
classy.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Olivia. Happy birthday.
Not now. Get ready. Get set.
Make a wish.
Happy birthday.
Olivia, that's been awesome. You keep on having fun.
I will.
What do you want to do? Is college? You thinking about going to college?
Maybe.
Maybe. Checking everything out?
Yeah.
You just keep making people smile everywhere you go, okay?
Right.
It has been a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Are you still nervous?
No.
Okay, good. Job well done.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say before we go? It's about to be over.
No.
No, you're
That's
good.
all.
Say yay, Gloria.
Yeah, Gloria.
Say vote, Gloria.
Yeah.
Yeah? Thank you, girl. Oh, it's been so good to meet you. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. We will be right back. One thing I had forgotten to say, Olivia, or Liv rather, if you want to send her a birthday card, she absolutely loves to get birthday cards. I'll have that address on our Facebook page, and everybody join in and send her a birthday card and just make May 21st just a joyful, joyful day for her. Congratulations, Olivia. All right, let's move right along and talk about another event, Soul to Soul. Hey, gang, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. You got here early this morning and you're like, where is everyone else? Where are they?
I thought they had just ditched me. I'm not doing this by myself.
Debbie could just talk all morning. You're from England?
Yes.
And your accent is just wonderful, so we love to hear her talk. But you're here to talk about Soul to Soul.
Soul to Soul.
What is that?
Soul to Soul is a 5K obstacle race that will be held at Camp Helen.
Right.
So
This is going to be Saturday, May 19th from 8 to 11 a.m. People need to register by when?
Well, to guarantee a T-shirt by May the 4th, but we will take registrations all the way up to the day of the event.
Right.
So the more the merrier.
Where do they register?
You go to eventbrite.com and just search Soul to Soul, and it'll pop right up.
In Athens, and
Yep.
it'll pop up. Now we're talking about, this is something, a fundraiser that Lindsay Lane Academy does, correct?
correct,
All
for the
right.
Department
Is
of
this the first
Specialized Learners. This is actually a second 5K. We did hold one back in 2000 and
January last year.
last
Yep.
year. Last year, we had the Red-Nosed Reindeer 5K. So this is our second one to put on.
Right.
For
Now,
the
Jerry,
department.
you've been involved with some different things at Lindsay Lane.
Yes.
What will you
So
be doing for this one?
yeah. So this is really all kind of part of what we call the Zacchaeus Project. It's something that my son Jonathan has Down syndrome, and Lindsay Lane Christian Academy was very nice to include him in their private education, and he's actually going to be, actually, to my knowledge, it's the first school in North Alabama, really in Alabama, that is taking on intellectual disabilities. He's mainstreamed in the classroom, and we felt called to be able to offer this program up to other children, but we need funding for it. So the funding that comes from the race helps pay for our paraprofessionals, as well as adding a special education teacher, and maybe some of the therapies that come along with that, and educating a child, and giving them and essentially removing all the barriers that traditional learners are afforded that sometimes is difficult for kids with special needs.
Okay, so very important to get everybody out for the fundraiser. Kevin, what will you be doing?
Well, I'm just managing property there at Camp Helen, so we're excited about using that property for some different kind of things. So hopefully this will be just sort of an inroad to people thinking about different ways to use the camp for different kind of events. And so we're excited having our first 5K on the property. So
Well, wonderful.
Very excited.
Okay, now everybody remember you've got to register by May 4th to get the T-shirt. You can go online to do that, or they're also taking registration the day of. So just show up and it'll be a
Just
lot
show
of
up
fun.
and come and join in the fun.
So how has it been being at Lindsay Lane Academy?
It has been a life-changing experience. I can't, if I go into depth, then I will start crying.
Today is not a day for anyone to cry. Today has been a very happy morning, and we have birthday cake to eat in a little bit. So we're glad you've had a great experience, and you're here with us this morning.
Well, thank you.
All right, let's talk about two gyms.
Yeah, so I'm Blair. I'm with Iron Tribe Fitness. We have partnered with the Zakia project to. It's not a traditional 5K, so there's challenges built into the race, and the purpose of the challenges is to provide a kind of a simulation. Thank you. Great word. Simulation of what these children face on a day-to-day basis and overcoming challenges. We're not releasing the challenges because the children don't know they're facing them. So along the route, there's going to be some fun, right? But it's all fitness levels. If you come across a challenge and you're like, I don't know if I can do that, you can simply just run around it. It's not a timed event, it's just overcoming obstacles that are in your path. And we're really excited for the second, I guess, race with the Zakia's project.
Well, I think it's pretty amazing, God, how wonderful He works, how, and just for today, we have Olivia who has Down syndrome.
It's amazing.
About to be 19 years old, highly functional. She obviously has not been stopped to do something.
Absolutely.
She has been encouraged to get out there and do so much. Kudos to her parents and keeping great people around her to want to do that. So just because you have a child with special needs does not mean it's the end of the world.
That's right.
And look how much love Down syndrome children give. I mean, that has just been, I'm always amazed to see that. My best friend has a Down syndrome child, and they're just so full of love. So whenever you meet a child with special needs, don't let it scare you to go give them a hug and talk to them, and, they're great.
Yeah,
So keep doing what you guys are doing.
And there's really a startling statistic with that because here in America, 68% of babies with Down syndrome detected in the womb are aborted.
Right.
And the key to preventing that...
Encouraged to be aborted.
Encouraged. And the key to preventing that is to have these children be in an inclusive world that we live in. And because we've already seen kids that Jonathan's now on the baseball team at Lindsay Lane. And, they want to know why he's not there if he is there.
Right.
And, that's going to build because one day they're going to grow up and they're going to go, oh, my wife has Down syndrome. I mean, my child has Down syndrome. It's okay.
It is okay. Life is good. God's great. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We're going to take a quick break. We've got more to get on. Stay with us. We're going to talk about a great book that you need to read. I'll tell you about that in just a moment. Stay with us. And as everyone's getting birthday cake, you may hear them in the background, but they're celebrating. But rising above the ashes, Paul Sivley, you're with me this morning. Good. You know what? I talked to you the other day, and that was such a delightful conversation. You said, young lady, I've got a book we need to talk about.
Yeah, I'm sort of shy sometimes.
You are not shy at all, so don't let him fool you. And everybody that knows you just said, what did he just say?
Yeah.
We know he's not shy. Paul, you wrote this book how many years ago?
I wrote it 24 years ago. I wrote it 2 years after my son died in a trailer fire. He was celebrating his 3rd year wedding anniversary. He was in the safest place you could be. It was his home, and lit a gas stove, smoked a cigarette, went to bed, and the trailer caught on fire, and he died of smoke inhalation. I wrote the book 2 years later because I struggled real hard with my son's death. He was 23 years old at the time. And I struggled and couldn't get through it. And I read books, I looked at newspaper articles, Reader's Digest. I looked at anything about loss that I could find. And
nothing helped you?
Nothing. It sort of helped me, but it didn't get me through it. My psychiatrist at the time says, write a letter to your son on the very last day that he was alive that you didn't get to see him, and tell him how you feel. And tell him you love him. And I did. But out of that, it helped. Yeah, oh yeah, it really helped. But out of that, it got me the idea to write a book. Because I looked at everything I'd had written,
And you've never written a book before?
Oh, I've never written a book. English was my worst subject in school. Math was great.
Speech was mine. God has a sense of humor. I'm telling you.
Well, he did with me. But God brought me to this realization to write the book.
Okay.
Writing the book helped me get through this. And I went up in the mountains in Tennessee, and I spent 3 months up there. And the floor was full of paperwork. And when I was writing stuff, I would put it down in a pile.
Okay.
When I got through, I had 13 piles. And that's where I got the 13 chapters for the book.
So 13 chapters, 100 pages. It's an easy read.
Mm-hmm.
How has been the reception when people read this book?
The reception has been wonderful. It's what I expected to do. God helped me write this book to help me get over my loss. And the purpose was not to publish it. It was to get me through it, and I did. And it stayed in the closet for 24 years.
24 years.
24 years. God called on me that now was the time to publish the book to help people suffering with loss. And when God speaks to you,
you better listen.
You start moving pretty quick, and that's a good thing. You cannot get by in this world without God. God has helped me to write the book. He's now helping me to publish it, and he helped me with my grandson. My grandson's had cerebral palsy. 3 weeks after my son died, my grandson was a year old. He grew up without his dad. But my grandson, the book only covers 2.5 years of his life, but my grandson was so important because he tried to walk and he couldn't. He tried to talk, but it was mangled. You couldn't understand him. But he kept trying, and he was 16 months old before he could walk because he never gave up trying.
Right.
And I gave the thing in the book. I got my strength from him, and I got my encouragement from my grandson because he never gave up. And he's named after a winningest football coach in Alabama up till now, Paul Bear Bryant. And his name is Paul Bryant Sivley. So it was a big emotional thing. Now, one thing that I just put in the back of the book, later on, as Bryant got older, I was made a loan executive for United Way.
Okay.
And I took my grandson with me and when I made my speeches and stuff. After the second one, the other loan executives started calling me to bring my grandson and be their guest speaker.
Wonderful.
Fort Walton Beach, Florida is where I was at the time, and it really come out successful. 6 months later, I got a phone call from Channel 7 TV in Panama City, Florida. They wanted me to come on their TV station to be on the Children's Miracle Network Telethon.
Amazing how that works.
That was really good, and we helped a lot of people, and I was so proud of that fact, and I saw that we could help people by sharing his story. And now I'm hoping to help people by sharing the story of the book, and it's giving it back to God. God's will is in different ways. Yes. God's will was, at this time, 24 years later, was to get this book out. The reviews I'm getting is fantastic. And it's not even gone nationwide yet, which it will either this week or next week.
There's another young lady that, you've not been sheltered from discovering very strong people in your family. You were on your way to go see a young lady the day we spoke on the phone who's had, 90?
Oh, yes. I was going to see my niece, Molly Moses. She's had 95 surgeries. She was the one that
you may have recalled. We've talked
was in a
about
boating
her.
accident about 6-7 years ago, and she wound up losing her leg. And since that time, she's been through 95 surgeries, and she's got another one coming up where 2 doctors are going to get together and do one surgery to fix 2 different things.
Talk about strong will.
She is the brightest, sweetest person you'll ever want to meet. She's always got the smile, and she always thanks God for where she's at.
I'm with you. I don't know how people do it without God. Where can people get the book? You
can get the book at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, iTunes. It'll be in the bookstore, the Christian bookstores, a little later on. And
you have a book signing coming up?
I got a book signing this Saturday at my church, Cedar Creek Free Will Baptist Church in Hartselle.
Okay.
It's going to be from 8 in the morning till noon, and the church is having a yard sale to go along with this. I've already got calls from Enterprise, Alabama, Birmingham, Haleyville. A young man's coming who went to school with my son in Haleyville years ago, and he's bringing 4 friends with him. Now, I want to say something about my son real quick.
You got 1 minute.
Okay, when he died, and the preacher talked about him being saved and turning his life to God, 12 young people went to the pastor and says, well, can you meet us at your church in a couple hours and pray with us?
Wonderful.
They did. They had prayer in that church.
How
2
many
of them
were
were saved.
2?
That I know about. 2 of them were saved.
I got a feeling this book is going to help save many more.
I hope so. And I hope it brings people back to God.
They need to. We all need that. Thank you. That was wonderful, Paul. Really, get the book. There it is, Rising Above the Ashes. You can get that online, or if you missed that, you can go back watch the interview on Facebook. We'll have it on YouTube as well. Thank you. You have an awesome day.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Pleasure.
Oh, we're out of here for the day. Hasn't this been a wonderful show filled with great things? I hope you all have a wonderful day today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.